So the first couple of skills we're going to do, I'm going to be coaching Matt, and then halfway through we're going to swap over. So the first skill that we're going to do is a forward roll to a jump full turn. So make sure you've got some space for this one where you're not going to break anything. Ideally you could do with something flat, something soft to roll on. So for your forward roll, we'll start with a big stretch up with your legs together. Then you're going to squat down, put your hands on the floor, make sure you put your head right underneath. You roll over, and as you see when Matt was getting up from his forward roll, keeps his feet nice and close together, and when he does his jump full turn, gets his arms right up by his ears. So you can just do that for me again, Matt. Head right under, up, and all the way around, bending your knees when you land. Thank you, Matt. Right, the second skill that we're going to do is a one-legged handstand against a block or a wall. Really important when you're doing this one that you keep your arms really straight, because we don't want anybody falling onto their head. So we want to try and get our legs as straight as we can, one leg resting against the wall or on an object, and the other leg stretched up into the air. And if you can swap legs and hold for 5 seconds on each side. That's great, Matt, well done.
Right, the next skill we're going to be doing is a backward roll. Jordan's going to demonstrate. So again, if you find a soft, flat area to do this on, making sure you've got plenty of space. You need to make sure that you're taking as much weight as possible on your hands, using your momentum. You should be confident with a tuck roll before you attempt this. Jordan, if you could demonstrate one more time. Making sure your feet come straight over your head, ready for the landing and a big extension at the end of the skill. The second skill that we're going to be doing is a headstand. For this skill, you need again lots of weight on your hands. You're going to be using these for your balance. There's some weight on your head. Place your head in between your hands, slightly ahead, so you're making like a triangle shape with your 2 hands in your head. Then bring your knees up above your head, using that triangle to balance. Slowly lifting your legs up, and if you can, straighten your legs out to go to the full headstand position. Hold it for 5 seconds, come down and take a little break. If you can maybe do 3 attempts at it, holding each one for 5 seconds. Finally, a key part of gymnastics is your flexibility. So, Jordan, if you could grab some beanbags for me. And I would like you to come and stand here come and sit here in a straddle shape. And you're going to place the hoop just there on the floor for me. What we're going to be doing here is, rather than just stretching, we're going to work on your coordination whilst you're stretching. So, in your straddle shape, you're going to go down one leg, hold for 5 seconds, come up in the middle, grab a beanbag. You can do whatever you've got at home, so if it's a pair of socks, anything similar to a beanbag, you can find whatever you want for the hoop. You could just have a mat as your target. You're going to try and throw your beanbag into the target. Just a close miss on that one. Then you go down the other leg, hold for another 5 seconds, repeating this each time. To make it harder or easier, you can hold for longer. You can make sure you're just using one hand for the throw, change the size of your target, find a difficult object to throw. Just make sure you've got plenty of space and you're not going to damage anything. Once you've finished, go and collect your beanbags. Now I'm going to swap in a smaller target. So we're going to be aiming for the orange hoop this time. And this time, Jordan, I'd like you to do it in a pike fold instead. So go down into your pike fold, hold for 5 seconds, and this time he's got the smaller orange hoop to aim as a target. So you can do this for any of your flexibility stretches. It could be splits, block splits, left leg splits, right leg splits, your pike fold, straddle fold, your japana. Just work on your flexibility, but keeping it interesting by adding the second element into your stretching. Oh, perfect one to finish on. Thank you very much for watching.
Good job, last one.
Oh my god. When I came down from, what was I doing? I was really out of